Day Challenge. Today I've got two special guests with me that insisted on being in the video because they also believe in the importance of stretching and flexibility. And that, my friends, is what we're going to be focusing on today. So I'm going to guide you through a few simple stretches that you can do to really work into the hips, into the shoulders, and into the back, and into the neck. These aren't going to require a ton of time, but you can, of course, lengthen or shorten the stretches just to meet what your needs, your personal needs. So to prove the point that anybody can do yoga in anything that they're wearing, I'm just wearing my cozy sweatpants and I'm just finding a comfortable position on the floor. So this could be in your living room, this could be in your bedroom, this could be wherever you have space. But just start by coming into a comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. I always encourage engaging through the lower belly, dropping the shoulders down the back, maybe closing the eyes, and just taking a couple breaths here to focus on your body. So inhale deeply through the nose, exhale deeply out of the mouth. Now we're going to get right into starting with the upper part of the body first, so into the neck. So one of my favorite stretches I like to do when I'm either teaching or just in my personal practice is a side neck stretch. So we'll start by taking our right hand down to the floor, and then you'll bring your left hand to the right side of your head. You're going to gently, not crank, but you're going to gently just apply a little bit of pressure on your head with your left hand as you flex and reach down through the right arm. You are going to notice this in the right side of your neck. And then just hold here for about 2 to 3 breaths, keeping your breath going strong, keeping your belly engaged. Maybe close the eyes, whatever feels good. Take one more deep breath. And slowly start to come back up through center. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Take your right arm or your right hand to the outside edge of your, the top left side of your head, And then just apply some gentle pressure as you tilt your gaze towards the ceiling. Continuing to breathe deep. We'll hold this for about 3 to 5 breaths. Of course, you can hold it longer if you need to. Inhale, slowly come back up, release the arms. So now, another thing that I really enjoy doing is just some very simple neck rolls. And you can see these aren't huge range of motion poses. It's just enough to open up through the neck, relieve any tension or any stress that you're holding on to. So I like to start with my left. Take your gaze up, allow the head to fall back. Go over to the right. And then allow the head to come down, chin to chest. Take about 2 to 3 of those in both directions. Pausing if it feels good or if it feels tight, and then just switch sides. Ignore my hair going in my face. One more. And then come back to center. Adjust your hair if you need to, like I do. And then now we're gonna work down into the shoulders and into the chest. So this is a simple stretch. I like to just take my right arm out in front of me, cross my right arm over my body, and use my left arm to pull it in. Shoulders draw up and then down the back. So you don't ever wanna feel like you have tension in your shoulders. Create space in your neck. And then just pull the right arm in towards the body. You'll notice a nice stretch in the top of your right arm. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then just switch sides. So open up and then just cross the left arm over. Use the right arm to pull it in towards your body. Maybe look over your opposite shoulder. Maybe look ahead, whatever feels best for you. And then slowly release it out. Shake out your arms if you feel like you need to. And then the last thing we're going to do for our upper body is a heart opener. So this, you might want to grab a belt if you have one, or a strap if you don't have a lot of range of motion. But for here, you're going to take, I'm going to switch my view. You're going to take your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Draw the shoulders down towards the ground as you take your gaze up, maybe where the wall and the ceiling meet in the room that you're in. Just hold this for a couple breaths, breathing into the front of the chest. Now, if you have a strap or a belt, you would just hold it like this behind you and reach your hands down towards the floor that way. So take another deep breath here. and then slowly release it out. So focusing now, we're gonna work a little bit into the hips, just a very brief stretch. So we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together and your knees out. So this will be, it's called butterfly stretch or bound angle if you're familiar with yoga terminology. You bring the soles of your feet together, your knees are out wide, and the closer you bring your feet in towards your body, it's gonna be more of a groin hip stretch. The further away, it's gonna be more of a low back stretch. So regardless of where you are, take a deep inhale, lengthen up through your spine. And then when you're ready, just start to forward fold. So only coming down to the degree that you feel the sensation in your hip or in your back. Keep your spine straight, your heart shining forward. You don't have to worry about, rounding through the spine or anything like that. But just take a couple deep breaths here. And again, I'm just providing these as demonstrations. If you have more time, hit pause and hold them and allow your body to really, really get into the stretches. It'll feel really good. Take one more deep breath. And then slowly start to come back up. From here, we're going to just lengthen out through the legs. So you can't see my feet on the camera, but my legs are out straight in front of me. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge forward from your waist. Grab for your toes or your shins or your thighs, whatever you can reach. Inhale, look up halfway to lengthen your spine. Exhale, start to fold in. So again, this is another thing where if you have a strap or a belt and you can't really reach anything and you want to deepen your stretch, you just put that around your feet and then you just hold it close to your body and you just walk your hands up to the degree that you feel the stretch. So take a couple deep breaths here. Maybe melting a little bit further down into the stretch. And then inhale, slowly start to come back up. From here, plant your hands behind your hips, palms down, fingers face forward, and then just open up through your chest. If you're a more advanced yoga practitioner, you can bring your, you'll keep your legs straight, and then you'll lift your hips up off of the ground, allowing your head to fall back. So those are two options, but I'm just providing the basic examples now, just opening up. It's a beautiful counter pose for the forward folds. And then slowly start to come back up. And that's it, my friends. So if you, like I said, if you want to practice these for longer, if you want to go back and do it all again, this is just a really great way to slow down. And one of the most important things I can emphasize during all these stretches is to breathe. You'll notice, especially if you're newer to yoga and stretching, there's a tendency to want to hold your breath whenever you're stretching anything out. So I encourage you, more important than even folding deeper into the poses, to keep your breath deeper. And you'll find that when you use your breath, you might be able to create a little more space, work a little bit deeper into the postures, and before you know it, you're going to be crazy flexible, maybe, if that's what you want. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow for the final day of the Fuel Holiday Challenge. Take care.